When you are starting your journey on buying a house and you're going through the different houses with your realtor, actually the best day or days to see a house is actually when it is raining. As you can see, if there's a leak in the roof, or that if it's in a floodplain, or that if you get a torrential downpour, that if there's water seeping through the basement and cracks and whatnot. And the thing about water is water will definitely find a way in no matter what. It'll find the weak spots on that house. And you think it might look fine and all on a nice dry day or some in the summer or whatnot, but on that nice rainy day, it'll expose everything that might be wrong with the house. Or if it's raining and no water comes in, that's a really good thing. You want that. You don't want any water in the basement, because that can cause a lot of problems and everything. And the other thing is, in the wintertime when you go to see houses, that's actually another good time, as you can see how well the house is insulated, the cold spots, or how often the furnace is actually running all the time. And if it's running constantly every 30 minutes or hour, that's not a good thing, or there's cold spots and whatnot. Definitely needs some upgrading in the HVAC systems, and that's something to definitely look at when you're buying a house. And another good thing is actually to talk to the neighbors. They will tell you like it is, and if there's problems or whatever is happening in the neighborhood, you'll definitely have that neighbor that's been there for a long time, 10, 20 plus years, and they'll tell you all the stories. And that's who you want to talk to in that neighborhood, to make sure that it's the neighborhood for you, to kind of get some insight into the neighborhood and kind of the day-to-day life on what to expect if you were to purchase the home. These are just kind of tidbits and whatnot for buyers, to make sure that they're making the right decision, as buying a home, especially your first home, is a big deal. It's nothing to take lightly, or just kind of go with the flow and don't ask any questions. You definitely want to ask as many questions as possible, get as much detail. And when you do that inspection, if the house is right for you and you feel it's good, you definitely want to be there for the inspection and ask the inspector lots and lots of questions. During the sewer inspection, like I always recommend, or on the roof or the electrical panel and whatnot, you want to ask as many questions. Make sure that the electrical panel is grounded properly, or there's no hot spots in the electrical panel, as that can create many big problems, or that there's no grease in the sewer line. They can kind of tell you how old the sewer is, or the furnace even, if it's pretty old and needs to be replaced soon, or if the heater core exchange in the furnace has a crack in it, that's not good. All these little things add up, and you just want to be thorough in your job of buying a house, so that you kind of know what to expect, or you can bring these problems to the seller. That way you can either make a deal or get some money off of the purchase price, or have concessions made, or a home warranty, whatever it may be. That way, when you do the inspection and you come back with the report to the seller, you can actually kind of make some leeway, or kind of talk to the seller on more of a level playing field on, this is actually what's going on, and this is what needs to happen in order to make the deal. As it's very important to do that, because if you don't, and you just go with the flow and you don't ask any questions, you'll inherit those problems that you just glossed over, or didn't really think to ask, or you didn't pay attention to. All you saw was the nice heated floors or the farmhouse sink, and you're sold. And that's how you get yourself into big problems. And I'm here to try and prevent that as much as possible. Any house you go to buy is definitely going to have some problems, just like any car. You just got to address the problems and see what the problems are. And if you're okay with living with that, or if you can make, like I said, some type of concessions with the seller and make the deal work, whatever it may be, but knowing is half the battle. And, if you don't ask the questions, you won't get the answers. So please follow, like, and share for more. I'm here for you guys to, give you information and kind of insights that, maybe you might not think about. And please feel free to ask any questions or comment. I'm here to help you guys, and I just want to give you the raw data and, straightforward and to the point on what it is, what it takes to buy real estate. As knowledge is power, and that's what I want to be here for you guys. So thank you again. I wish good fortune to smile upon you, and have a dandy day.